Just waiting for the aircraft to finish fueling up. Sorry about the background noise coming through the mic. I'm not sure how loud it is. I have to have my air conditioner on because it's so hot in here, but at the same time my mic's been playing up, so I had to turn my noise gate off. Although, as you may have noticed if you've been around for a couple of streams, it tends to trip it anyway, so it's probably less annoying if it's just a constant background noise than if it's cutting in and out. I'm on blue flag at the moment. Just waiting for the ground crew to hurry up and do their things so I can get in the air. Tawny, Chandrian, and the Master of All are in here. I think they're all flying Vigans, or at least Tawny's flying a Vigan. So I might be able to give him a little bit of cover, maybe. Or more likely get myself shot down. Hey, there we go. Fuel's in, just gotta wait for the weapons, and then I'm good to start up. Close the lid, so it's a little quieter in here. Later on, depending how brave I'm feeling, I might jump in my own Vigan, but even though I've got most of the controls set up, I don't have all of the radar controls set up, all of the weaponry and stuff. And I also have no idea how any of the weaponry works, or the radar. I can get the thing off the ground, fly it around, and sometimes put it back on the ground, and that's about the extent of my experience flying the Vigan. But I would like to get into it. It's just a case of finding the time to try and learn it. But hey, I suppose there's no place to learn like blue flag, right? Where you have limited lives and other such things. Okay, I'm going to start the engines now. Left first, as usual. I don't actually know if there's any particular order you're supposed to start them in. I would imagine there might be. I'm pretty sure there is for a lot of American jets. Like, the generator's hooked into one engine and something else is hooked into the other. But it seems to work starting left and then right, so that's what I'm going to stick with. Just quickly check what the active is. I'm at Nalchik at the moment. So, could go for 06 or 24. Oh, looking at the way the airport's laid out, it's going to be 06, definitely. And then I'm going to want to depart probably to the southeast, I think.
Сочи, 181, взлет.
Okay, right engine. Already got the nose wheel steering unlocked. I'll just add in a little back trim for when I go to take off. If I can not get too carried away with it. There we go. Because this thing will climb like crazy once it comes off the ground. I was tempted to hop into MiG-21, but yeah, we're up against Hornets and stuff, so that's not going to work out real well. Well, I say that, a Hornet, a singular Hornet, and a Harrier. The rest is helicopters, which is interesting. Okay, pretty much ready to go. Nalchik traffic, Circus 14 taxis, runway 06 for a departure to the southeast. Nalchik. Just give her a little bit of power to get rolling. And hope my game doesn't freeze up too much.
Мальчик, разрешаю руление на полосу 6.
actually, before I get too carried away and before I block the taxiway for anyone else, I've got something to quickly change in my keybinds. Should probably do this for the MiG-29 as well. Yeah, okay, so that one's set up properly. And that one's set up properly. Okay, cool. Now, there was a Vigan taking off over there, but I don't think he's on comms, or if he is, he's on a different channel. I think Tawny and company are on the next channel down from ATC. Taxiing like a drunk again. Which is pretty normal for me, to be honest. Okay, we'll bleed some speed here. That's quite a sharp turn. So we'll use a little toe braking. And hopefully not flip the aircraft on its side. Nulchik traffic, Circus 14 entering and lining up runway 06. Nulchik.
Один, два, пять. Взлет запрещаю. 1, 2, 5. Мальчик. Взлет по готовности. Отход по схеме. На 300 по давлению. 7, 2, 1. Запятая 5, 5.
Okay. Trim set. Flap should be set. Gear's good. Yep, flaps are down. Nulchik traffic. Circus 14 rolls runway 06 for southeast departure. Nulchik. Forgot to turn my nose wheel steering off. Oh god. It's always something. There we go. Try to rest that climb a bit. This thing just leaps off the ground, as does the MiG-29. Both of them just absolutely rocket into the sky. Unlike the MiG-29 though, I got fuel for days in this thing, which is nice. Climb a little higher and then level off. Nulchik traffic, Circus 14 is clear of all runways and departing to the southeast on a bearing of 120. Checking out Nulchik. Okay, just quickly tab out so I can fiddle around with my SRS.
Yeah, mine's 10-minute flight.
Houston, give me a nice valley to fly through.
Circus 14 checking in. Whereabouts are you guys?
Repeat that last, it was kind of broken up.
Circus 14 off the ground at Nulchik. Where are you guys at the moment?
This is Slap the Masterfall. I'm currently flying through the valleys in a Vigan heading 21230. Going to strike a fart.
I might double back around. I'll be honest, I can barely make out what he's saying over SRS. It's quite distorted, which I suppose is the whole point of SRS. But it looks like there's quite a lot of targets over to the south, or to my west basically, so I might head in that general direction, out towards the coast. I suspect that might be where everyone's gone. Still climbing. Because this thing really wants to climb. Okay, we've got a friendly over there somewhere, off my right. Well, actually, probably more likely that direction. Bit of a freeze there. Still haven't worked out where the fuck Gagra is. I wish there was a search function on the map to find individual towns. I suppose if I turned on the actual, like, you know, map textures, like the actual air chart overlays, then I might have an easier time finding it. So we're going to head basically 275-ish, I guess, and kind of sort of parallel the mountains.
Strong, you're apparently got shot down by a random AA.
Roger. Yeah.
I'm not inspiring my confidence anymore here, that's why I've been looking back the whole time to see if any missiles are flying up.
It's a nice looking canyon too, looked wide open. Один, ноль, два. Изгоривайте стоянку.
So, what general area are you guys in right now?
Give me a second to check F10. I'm currently in Grid Square Kilo, November 88. Flying due southeast.
How do you change your cohorts to MGRS on that?
No clue.
How did you just read MGRS then?
So about that.
Oh, well, because
Not
I'm
really.
looking on the F10 really close.
So if I head pretty much southwest.
Oh, roger.
Alright, I'm on the other side of the mountains to you guys right now then. I will cut my way across and hope to God nothing shoots me.
Copy that.
Is there much in the air over there, or is it just you guys?
Not much, it's probably been more than I planned to keep it that way.
No air threats that I've seen.
That's okay, I'll just fly around and look scary.
Copy that. I'm in Grid Square, Lima, November 46 at the moment.
So I head pretty much south. Ah, so that's Tawny on my data link there. Yeah, I think I see you on my data link. I'm gonna head over there.
Copy you.
I'm a flanker, I have like one of those.
All this modern technology, oof. I've got a computer screen. I'm slightly intimidated.
I've got a VK90, especially. I've advanced.
I'd join you in my Vigan, but I have no idea how to do anything with it other than fly. I don't think I've even bound to most of the radar functions yet.
Bro, it's my first day.
Yeah, dude, I was helping him last night when the drag box he'd come on and was like, I got the BK-90 down.
Yeah, none of us pretty know. That was my first ever go.
You killed something.
True. I killed 3 things apparently.
Should run a contest of who can get the first drag bomb kill in multiplayer.
I'm about to go launch a BK-90 at Guardata.
And good data.
Tony's just off on those.
To the F-10 by marking them, so I could theoretically get a flight plan that just launch when Equidata leave.
Medium range AA off to the left. Off the
What do you
nose.
do to put a mark point in for... You just type in B whatever, and then you can change it to a weapon.
Yeah, so you will type in like B1, B2, M3, and then in your generated mission, if you scroll all the way through them, there's one that says F marks on F10, and that's the cartridge you would select.
Yep. And can you change cartridges mid-air?
It's not advised generally because it's preset to the weapons you arm. It's more weapon specific.
I did it today on the market, but my it was off by, like the error was pretty high.
Yeah.
Roger.
The error.
Переведи в набор. Переведи в набор.
But you
Переведи
pass
в
it on
набор.
to
Переведи в
point.
набор. Переведи в набор.
Yeah, I'm just on attack point
Переведи в
1.2.
набор. Переведи в набор. Переведи в набор.
35
Переведи
kilometers
в
out.
nabor.
40 kilometers from attack waypoint, going full burner. I'm trying to accelerate these things and get out of here.
Copy. Doing the same.
Переведи в набор. 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 Переведи в набор.
Sorry guys, you're going to be hearing that quite a lot here.
Переведи в набор. Переведи в набор. Переведи в набор. Переведи в набор.
What about that? Let Rossmum know. He'll go fuck him up.
Golf Hotel 25.
Something off my nose. Probably friendly, but I'm not 100% sure. In case you guys didn't catch it, the reason I just started diving into the valleys is because not only was I being locked by a SAM, I actually saw a smoke trail come up. So
Pumping and dumping, pumping and dumping.
I saw it before I actually got the missile launch warning, which is nice. Assuming that's a friendly off my nose. I'll probably find out shortly.
За руль выйти на стоянку.
I would do stream the perfect time, so
Little bit of stutter, probably because I'm down low, so there's lots of trees rendering in, and I have got my browser open in the background today as well, just so I can have the dashboard running.
That's the front I just hit.
Whatever that is, it's quite high above me. Point the nose at it, see if we get a IFF return. Just make sure there's no smoke trails headed up this way. Where's that coming from? Off the nose. Interesting. That is an enemy.
Переведи в набор. 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 Переведи в набор.
Okay, so we did have enemy for a moment there on the radar, but I had to get down in the weeds to get away from those SAMs. I've got something above me here, one sec. Around, fucking Matvili. Towards Sinaki. Not sure what it is. I got SAMs lighting me up, so I can't get a good lock on it.
Предельный угол атаки. Предельный угол атаки. Переведи в набор. Переведи в набор. Переведи в набор. Переведи в набор. Переведи в набор.
Now all I need is for DCS to freeze, which I'm sure will happen. This might be that A10, but he seems rather high for that. Still got quite a bit of fuel. Not as much as I thought, actually, but quite a bit. So I'll head over there at mill power, stay down in the weeds to try and avoid those SAMs.
Vectoring for searching airbase. It's close, so we're out of danger. I think there's people running the mountains now.
1-4, Сочи. Разрешаю руление на полосу 2-4.
Crossing just north of Sinaki. This guy looks like he's out on the coast. I'm going to see if we can get within range.
I'll keep an eye out. Copy that.
Getting a little bit of turbulence down here, it seems. The jet's waggling around a bit. Not too
I
bad.
don't even know if there's any ships along the coast. I really would like to do some anti-shipping tonight.
Unsure. I'll tell you if I see any when I get there.
Yeah, no idea.
Copy that.
Going feet wet west of Sanaki.
Copy that.
Should have plenty of fuel to get back to a friendly airbase. I hope. I don't actually know. I don't have a real good concept of how long that'll last.
Рулей на полосу 2-4.
Whereas in the MiG-29, I have a really good idea of how long that'll last. Okay, I'm just going to burn up to this guy.
132-й. Возврат.
We're getting nothing from him radar-wise. It's all air defense back behind us. Okay, gonna lift the nose. Throttle back to mill power. Bring her up. And give him an R27. Back into burner just for a bit of a climb. And he's quite close, so I'm going to go to the R73. But, not needed. Splash.
Copy that, good job.
Looks like a tanker or AWACS.
MiG-21 pilot up?
Hell yeah. A man after my own heart.
Well, it says we do, but it might be one of the default interceptors like the MiG-29.
That's land-based. Something's conning behind me. Point the radar his way after we deal with this.
Переведи в набор. Переведи в набор. Переведи в набор. Предельный угол атаки. Переведи в набор. Предельный угол атаки. 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 Предельный угол атаки.
Jesus.
Предельный угол атаки. Предельный угол атаки.
Just run out of missiles already. Defending SAMs. A lot of SAMs. I got a con high to my east. Looks like he's descending. Don't know what it is. I'm still west of Sanaki. Feet west. Oh, dead. No warning on that one. I thought I'd defeated it. Ah! It was a heater. That is why. Man, he was close. Didn't even see him. Or hear him. Still don't see him. So that's probably what that con was. It came down under the layer and then turned towards me. But, man. Wonder who it was. If I had to guess, I would guess Hornet with his radar off and an AIM-9. Because otherwise I would have got some sort of warning. Mind you, I was too busy trying to defend from all those SAMs to really be paying attention to what was going on in the air. So I got a kill on, I think, one of their tankers or their AWACS, and I got nailed by that guy. Oh well. Select roll. And I'll jump back in. In hindsight, I probably should have put my ACM on, but I didn't even think to do it. I forgot I had them, to be dead honest. Oh, not that. That. Fueling on this is going to take forever, unfortunately, so bear with me.
Дозаправка по плану. Перезарядка по плану. Прием.
Gotta wait for the ground crew to finish their thing before I can get the engine started, so... Gonna be waiting a while, unfortunately. So I was out... probably somewhere around here when that guy splashed me. If only the game map covered this whole chart, that would be so awesome. I mean, it's still a pretty big area to play around in, but... it does cover part of it, but there's not really any detail in most of it. There's a couple mountains here, just to give it some visible horizon, or visible, crests against the horizon, I guess. And then there's just this area down here, that's it. I do wonder if they'll ever expand on it at some point. I assume at the moment they just can't support it. Because there's quite a lot of detail on the ground in this game. Actually, while I'm here, let's see if we can find... What's the name of that town where it kept saying there was enemies over? I'm gonna guess it's over this way, where all the target markers are. And where there's 500 million villages, and there's no way in hell anyone could remember the name of all of them. Okay, so Sochi is bulls. We've got Sukhumi down here. It wasn't Gvandra, was it? It was something else. Started with G. Gavra, maybe? A lot of these little villages don't even have names. Oh, they're still not done fueling me up. Well, while I'm on the ground, I will switch my simple radio back to the ground frequency. Sounds like we might get a storm this afternoon. Pretty sure I just had thunder. Hopefully not a real violent one. We've already had one of those, like in the last week or two. Don't need another. Oh, come on. 1,000 kilograms to go. Oh, I think someone might have just been team killed. Whoopsie daisies. They got a pair of A10s, which I would very much like to meet. I wouldn't say no to the Harrier either. But that Hornet's going to be a bit of a scary one. On the plus side, I think spam rams are restricted on this server, and AIM-9Xs are as well. So that's nice, and it's a good trade-off since I can't use R27ERs. Something's burning over there. Okay, fuel's just about done. Gagra, that's it. Where the fuck is Gagra?
Командир, борт заправлен.
Один, три, два. Заруливайте на стоянку.
I'm probably looking in totally the wrong spot, but I don't know.
Командир, оружие подвешено.
If anyone is particularly familiar with this corner of the world and knows where the fuck Gagra is in relation to one of the major cities, please do tell me, so I can at least solve that mystery. Anyway, I'm finally rearmed, so I can start the engines. Where's my steering unlocked? I did just see a Vigan come in. I'm pretty sure he was landing. So he should be taxiing around there somewhere. Can't actually see him at the moment. But he'll be around there. Oh, nope, there we go. Looks like he's turned around. Maybe he was taxiing or backtracking down and he's taking off now? No? Who knows? I think he's backtracking now. Yeah, that's what he's doing. Nalchik is a very scenic place to fly out of, but the airfield layout leaves a lot to be desired because the taxiways and parking area is very Spartan. You've got to backtrack if you want to use 06 to land on or take off from 24. Wait, is it 24? I think so, yeah. I'm bad at maths. Okay, we'll give it just a touch of back trim. Which way is he going? Is he coming this way? Looks like he's just gonna go straight to the parking area, then turn around. Nulchik traffic, Circus 14 taxis, runway 06 for departure southeast. Nulchik. I could probably honestly stay on 123 because I suspect there's nobody actually listening on the ATC frequency at the moment. Ah, and I've got that wonderful DCS issue where his landing gear appears to be up on my screen. A magical levitating aircraft. Whatever will the Swedish think up next? That was a bad time for the game to lag. I just increased the throttle right at the corner of a taxiway. Yikes. That could have ended in an excursion to the grass, and then the trees, and then the buildings behind the trees. Hey, looks like we've got another fighter coming in behind us. Not sure who. Nulchik traffic, Circus 14 entering and lining up.
Взлет по готовности, отход по схеме. На 300 по давлению, 7, 2, 1, запятая 5, 5.
Okay, nose wheel steering is off. Trim set. Just drop the flaps into burners and off we go. Whoa! Okay, that was a bit... yikes. I think I might have had my foot on the toe brakes there accidentally. Gear and flaps coming up. Nulchik traffic, Circus 14 clear all runways and departing to the southeast. Checking I actually oversteered there. That was southwest I was about to turn, not southeast. Okay, out of burner. I will just level the aircraft off here. or attempt to anyway, and switch myself over. Okay. 1, 2, 3. There we go. I'm back up from Nalchik. I got nailed by whatever the fuck that con was I saw coming. I think he got me with the heater.
I am conning, oh actually no, I'm above cons near Nalchik. I'm looking for an A10.
An A10 you say? Ooh.
It said that the cons killed you or you're the cons?
Cons killed me, but that was out towards Sanaki. Over the water. So I'd say they're hornets hanging around the coast, probably.
Copy that, I'll run the risk.
Okay, I'm on the cons. Fox 1050 for 9.
I think I see you. I'm to your east.
It's got 6 now. Just lost radar lock on him, of course. Okay, Fox 10204.
Nice.
Missed. Fox 2, Jesus Christ, for 2. Come on. Hit.
You gotta caress the Mirage. You gotta love her and caress her.
There's still an A10 around here somewhere.
I have you off my nose. I've lost the one you were chasing.
I splash him.
Sweet. Have a poke around, see if I spot anything else. Oh, the trim on this thing.
Yeah, 2 friendlies on the nose at my 130 and jammer.
Just track IR's playing up a little. I think the icon on the left of the data link is friendly. I know the closest
Yeah,
one
I
is
just
still
got 2
friendly.
friendlies off the nose near Beslan.
I've got a lock off my nose, bearing 230 from my current position. I think I'm just past Beslan at the moment.
Roger, okay, I got 29 nails. I think that's probably you right in front of me, and I have an F4 behind me.
I have a con off my nose. I'm about to close with him.
Okay, yep, the cons are spiking me. It's an F4. AI F4, and there's also an F18 over there. I'm down to 1 heater. Tell me
Fox 1.
if you want to press.
Got a hit, he's still up.
Переведи в набор. Переведи в набор.
Fox 2,
Предельный
I think he's
угол
down.
атаки. Предельный угол атаки. Переведи в набор. Предельный угол атаки. Предельный угол атаки. Переведи в набор.
What's this?
Roger. I lost the nails too from whatever. Oh, there's the cons. He's diving.
Yeah, seen. I haven't got him on radar, but I can see him.
I think the cons may have been friendly. I got a friendly off the nose right where the cons disappeared.
I'm below and trailing. Still nothing on radar.
Are those cons flying away from us?
Yeah, it looks like it. I got a radar contact off my nose pretty far out. That might be him. I'm gonna push it. I got the fuel for this, so I'm gonna press him and just hope I don't overfly a SAM site. Although if I do, I can just dive into the mountains, so it's no big deal. Biggest problem is going to be trimming this thing. Now 2 aircraft off my nose, both enemy. 3. I'm getting locked off my 2.
I only have 1 heater left. What's your heading? I'm 210. I think I'm right behind you on your left, about your 7 o'clock or so.
I'm about 202.
Okay, I got your 2 guys. My RWO's calling them AI F4s. Oh, I got 3 now, yeah.
Guy on my 130-ish has got me spiked.
Okay, yeah, I see 4 contacts now.
I got the closest locked up. I'm going to go for him.
Okay, I'll go for the one behind
Defending.
him. Oh shit, they're far as fuck.
Предельный угол атаки. Предельный
Yeah, I only got the one single magic, so...
Переведи в набор. Переведи в набор.
I see a friendly merged in there with him?
Yeah, looks like it. I've lost one behind a mountain.
Okay, I'm climbing for Angels 22, I should be conning.
I'm in the weeds right now. Now locked from my 11.
I got one pure on me. One of them's not an AI, one's an 18. Okay, the friendly just splashed the one in front of him. He's got somebody on his 6. I'm going after the guy on the friendly 6. I got him for 22. 180 for 22.
Fox 1. If it even came off the rail, I didn't see it. Fox 1 again. That one definitely did. I got maybe an 18 right next to me.
The defending 18 is launched on me. Vertical mall, and I'm cold and I'm Winchester.
Предельный угол атаки. Предельная перегрузка. Предельный угол атаки.
Предельная
перегрузка. Предельный угол атаки. Предельная перегрузка. Предельный
I'm on a
угол
Phantom.
атаки. Предельная перегрузка. Скорость предельная. Предельный
Ой,
угол
блядь.
атаки.
Come on,
Предельная
come on.
перегрузка. Скорость предельная.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm dragging an 18 and the Hawk. I'm full defense towards
Скорость
Melchick.
предельная. Скорость предельная.
Lost my F4, looking for him. That stall was totally intentional. And now my eye gets something in it, of course. Best time for that shit. a sec. Target off my nose. About 205. Closing with him and Fox 1.
Переведи в набор. Переведи в набор. Переведи
Splash.
в набор. Переведи в набор.
Okay, the 18 following me towards downstreet is off me now.
I'm gonna turn back.
Yep, I'm at Winchester and Bingo now.
Still got my 73s left and plenty of fuel, so if he's still hanging around, I'll try and pop him. Oh, something on my radar. Okay, I got something off my nose to the left. I'm going to chase it. Pretty far out, that might be your Hornet. Oh, that wasn't the button I meant to press. That's air, and that's off my tail. Oh! Oh, he was right behind me! Didn't even see him. Hey, driving, I'm going alright. Except I got something in my eye, so it's a little difficult to fly one-eyed. But yeah, no, I'm going alright. 2 lives down. Oof. So, in that mess, I managed to pick up 2 kills, probably both Phantoms. This is our last life, so I might need to be a little more careful with it. You know, just a little. Gotta find the right airfield. Nalchik, here we go. Guy just rolled up my tail, didn't even see him. And now I gotta wait forever for them to fuel me. And again, I forgot to turn my ECM on. I don't know why I bother carrying it. I never remember to actually activate it.
Заправка по плану.
And now to wait half a century for the fueling to take place.
Прием.
Oh, there we go. It's like a mirage coming in. That might have been the guy that we were flying with, actually. Just set my simple radio to the right channel.
I got visual on one contact near Nalchik, low and slow. I'm guessing friendly. Or maybe that
102. Заруливайте на стоянку.
I got popped heading back towards Nudchik. I was trailing one guy and someone else rolled right up behind me, totally out of my blind spot, so there's at least 2 hanging around. This thing takes so long to refuel. I could take less than a full fuel load, and the aircraft would also, you know, handle a little better, but I don't know how long I'm going to be up there searching for targets, so I'd rather have the fuel and not need it than not have the fuel and be frantically searching for somewhere to land. With that said, I don't know what the supply situation here is like, and I probably should check before I keep going for full fuel.
They killed my JTAC.
Dunno. That's a hell of a view. This game really is pretty. Frame rate's a little jumpy. Probably is because I got my browser open in the background though. I figured I may as well leave it open just so I do have the dashboard there, because the mobile app is really not well suited to doing anything other than checking chat, and it's not even that great for that, to be honest. May as well close the lid now. And put a little back trim on the stick for takeoff. Unlock the nose wheel. And we're good to go. Just gotta wait for the ground crew again. So we look at the scoreboard. I'm guessing that was probably the Hornet again. Actually, no, he's only got 2 AA kills. That may have been... That may have been AI, actually, because it did kind of look like a Phantom. But I'd have to watch the VOD back to have any certainty in that. Well, that's a bit embarrassing. I think I was chasing the Hornet and then one of the Phantoms just hooked in on me. Which I'd lost, well, not lost interest in, but I lost awareness of in the mountains while I was busy chasing the other one and getting shot at. The override for the angle of attack limiter is really handy on this. I find myself using it quite a lot when I'm getting missiles fired at me, because a lot of them seem unable to track you if you do that. Just pull a really sharp turn low down and they have no idea where you've gone. Still gotta wait for the missiles after this.
You're back on 1, 2, 3.
Still on it.
Okay, I'm airborne out of Nalchik now. Where you at?
Still on the ground, waiting for fuel.
Where at?
At Nalchik.
Okay.
Probably be another 2 minutes or so, and then I'll get off the ground.
Okay, I'm gonna start flowing towards Sochi.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll meet you there. So I want to go 2-4 for that. Or actually, I suppose I could go 0-6 and then just loop back around. I may as well.
Командир, борт заправлен.
Hey, fuel's on board. Now we just gotta wait for our missiles. Oh, sounds like it's raining. Outside, that is. So we might get one of those wonderful afternoon summer storms, just as long as it doesn't knock my power out like the last one did. Or, you know, cause multiple leaks in my roof again, like the last one did.
Командир, оружие подвешено.
Oh. Things have swung the other way. We used to outnumber blue, and now it's the other way around. Although, looks like blue mostly has stuff that's not too scary. Only... Oh, no, there we go, 3 Hornets. 3 Hornets and an Eagle. That could be a bit challenging. But, with that said, I did manage to pick up 2 kills in that furball. Plus the 1 kill I had earlier on the, whatever it was, AWACS or tanker I didn't get close enough to see. And 2 deaths. Both to enemy aircraft. I think one was to a Hornet, and the other one I suspect was to an AI Phantom. While I was being distracted by the Hornet. Oh, just about ready to roll. Circus 1-4, off comms 2 mics. Go on to the ATC channel. Nalchik traffic, Circus 1-4, taxis runway 06 for a departure to the west. Be circuiting around the airfield.
Один, два, пять. Нальчик. Разрешаю руление на полосу 6.
So I'm on my last life here, so if I get popped again, I'm going to be out of the server for the next, what, 3.5, 4 hours, however long it is till it resets. So if that does happen, I'll probably just jump on to 107th or something like that. Just find another way to amuse myself for a while. Ah, Minvodi. I might go there. That's east of me, I believe. No. Where's Minvodi from here? Can't remember. Oh, it's west, northwest. Okay, cool, and it's pretty close. Another check traffic, Circus 14 entering and lining up runway 06 for a departure to the northwest.
1, 2, 5. Взлет запрещаю. 1, 2, 5. Мальчик. Взлет по готовности. Отход по схеме. На 300 по давлению. 7, 2, 1. Запятая 5, 5.
Okay, lock the nose wheel. Another check traffic, Circus 14 rolling 06. And I managed to do that again. God damn it. Come on, come on, come on. Don't know what I did there. I must have just leant on the toe brakes. And suddenly my plane's trying to go sideways off the runway. So it's not a takeoff to really be proud of, but it could have gone worse. Okay, gear and flaps up. And we'll head back around to the northwest. Another check traffic, Circus 14 clear all runways departing northwest. We'll be checking out. Okay, out of burner. If I can just... Oh, that was a pretty loud one. So, if I disappear suddenly, it's probably because my power's gone out. I do have a UPS, but the battery's dead, so I should probably do something about that. Circus 14 checking back in. I'm gonna go prod around Minvodi and see what that was calling up.
Yeah, I'm over at Charaski, Farp, or whatever. There's a Harrier somewhere out here, but I can't find him.
322. So I'm heading more or less there already. Just gonna get the aircraft trimmed out, which is easier said than done. Get the radar on. Another aircraft off my right wing, it looks like. Just had a contact flash up, jam, and then disappear off my nose towards Minvodi.
Roger, I think that might be an A-10.
Yep, I've got him locked. Fox 1. That's right on the edge of my range gate. That might not track. I'm gonna press on him.
I think I have your jammer 2 at my about 070.
Fox 1 again. His jammer is off at the moment, and mine should be as well. It's pretty far out, I'm not sure if that's going to reach him.
Okay, I got you on radar now. Okay, I got two friendlies on radar right next to each other.
Yeah, I've got a guy trailing off my right, it looks like. Showing on my data link. I'm gonna go back into burner and try and close with this guy before he gets away. Nice thing about the flanker, it has the fuel to do this, whereas the MiG-29, you don't really want to be chasing people in that thing.
Okay, I should be right on top of this guy. But all I'm getting is friendly contacts.
He's directly off my nose, and he's heading pretty much perpendicular left from me.
Okay, I got him. 130 for 11, he's jammer.
Yep. I got 2 R-27s left. I'm gonna give him one more of those and then close for 73s if that doesn't get him.
Oh yeah, I'm catching up to him. I'm behind him for about 8 miles now, closing fast. Fire for 7 now. And for 6.
Fox 1.
Fox 1.
I'd say that should get him.
Yeah, one of these has got to get him, you know?
Yep, down he goes.
Splash.
And back out of burner. Okay, I'm going to continue on towards Sochi, I think.
Yeah, same. I was getting nailed by an F-15 over there.
Ooh. Yikes. I am 1 R-27 and 4 R-73s at this point.
I got 1 530 and 2 magics. Enough for 1 engagement.
Probably... Oh no, I'm heading pretty much straight for it. Cool. I've got a classic Australian late afternoon summer thunderstorm going on outside, so if I disappear suddenly, that's probably why.
Yeah. Yeah, I freaking, I don't know what it is. Maybe they did something with the server, but I keep getting these really nasty lag spikes.
I've been getting a couple. I've been getting really bad ones on Georgia at War, though. Like, out of all the servers I've been playing on, that's the worst for it.
Do you have me on data link? I'm heading 250.
I think so. Are you trailing just behind me, am I right?
Unknown. I don't have you on radar.
Popping flares?
Yeah, no visual.
Well, I got someone sitting off my tail. Might be that other guy that was hanging around.
1 flare. Or 2 rather.
Yeah, no visual.
Okay, I'm getting the 15 nails again. Coming in from about 230.
Yeah, I'm seeing that too. Pokemon race his way and see how far out he is.
Okay, I'm gonna go up here on the 15, and then you'll be able to see who I am on data link. It looks like there's a Harrier and an A-10 hitting Sochi.
No joy on the 15. I can get him painting me on the RWR, but I can't see him with my radar.
Yeah, same.
I'm just going to leave him for now and turn into a Sochi again. Oh, disregard, got him. Way out. About 2-2.
What's his angels?
Unsure. I can't lock him yet, it's a really weak return. But I can see him, he's right on the edge of my range. About 215-ish, looks like.
Okay, let's just hit
Locked?
Sochi then. And
Okay.
go that way.
He is 4,700 meters, so that'll be, what, about 15,000 feet?
Yeah, just under cons.
And he's about 211, 212. He's hot on me.
Okay, West Crest. I think I have you on radar now off my left side.
Yep, I'm going to descend down into the hills, so if he does fire me I can just dive into those. Try and keep him locked.
Okay, I'm gonna go high.
He's locked me up.
Переведи в набор.
Okay, I got him in
Переведи в
TWS
набор.
for 29
Переведи
miles.
в набор. Переведи в набор.
Yep, 29 sounds about right.
Okay, I'm gonna put him on my left gimbal.
He's launched on me.
Just defend it and let it drag.
Переведи в набор. Переведи в
I'm gonna get below
набор.
cons again.
Переведи в
Visually
набор.
displays.
Переведи в набор. Переведи в набор.
Defeated, but I've also
Got
lost
for
him.
22 now.
Yep, I'm just about to pop up.
Oh, I lost him. He must be below this big ridge line right here.
I'm going to hook left slightly, so I don't pop up right where he expects me to.
Переведи в
Like,
набор.
I'm pure at 190 as it's last known.
Переведи в набор. Переведи в набор. Переведи в набор.
Okay, I'm doglegging out 130 for a couple miles, then turning back in.
Okay, I'll dogleg the opposite direction, about 230. He just popped it right in front of you.
Turning in.
He's right in front of you. Just slightly to your left.
Yep, seen.
Oh shit, you're about to merge. I got him for 13.
Предельный угол атаки. Предельный угол
Fox 2.
атаки. Предельный угол атаки.
Splash.
Good kill. Oh shit, did you saw it?
He's burning.
Is he F-15 mean machine?
No, I think he just lost his wing. Yeah, he lost his wing. He's done.
Okay, yep. Man visual on you. Your flares?
Yep, mine. Just in case.
Okay, RWR is still showing F-15 nails coming in from about 170, 160.
Yeah, I'm still getting it from him. Give it a while. Once he hits the ground, it should quieten down.
1, 3, 2. Ослёнка.
Contact off my nose, way out, about 275-ish. Just lost him in the mountains.
275, Roger. I'm above you, Angels, 15,000.
Sitting somewhere around about 12 or so. My altimeter
Roger,
check
I'm
doesn't
at
work
6
with
o'clock
this
for
one,
7 miles.
so I've rescaled it. I'm flying the Su-27. Sorry, I should have been paying a bit more attention to chat. I got real excited with that F-15.
1, 2, 5. Станок. Разрешаю влияние на полос 1-0.
Sorry, say again, you were stepped on.
I know they're hitting Gagra and Sochi, so they should be all around here.
Yeah. We'll probably get him as soon as we pop over this ridge line to the front. Oh, yep, there we go. Off the nose left. Can't lock him yet, but I'm getting a return from about 260.
What's heading? 260.
Looks like he's popped up on data link too, so the ground probably sees him. Yep, there we go. Okay, he is 1500, 530 kilometers an hour. What's that, about 300 knots? Down in the weeds. And I've just lost him again. He is on data link though.
Set for about 30 kilometers.
Yeah, the Su-27 and the MiG-29 have pretty similar cockpits.
Careful for stingers around here.
So they can be a little difficult to tell apart unless you spend a lot of time in them.
Okay, I'm gonna go radar off for a minute, since you got him on data link.
Yep, I'm just going to leave mine on for once I get him back just over this hill.
We do have F-15 coming up from our 7 o'clock. Far?
Yeah. I am getting nails from over there, but it's pretty weak, so should be right for a while. The Soviets generally tried to keep their aircraft cockpits similar between models, so it was easy to convert pilots between one and the other. So a lot of their aircraft have very, very similar cockpits. I just took a hit.
Пожар левого двигателя. Пожар левого двигателя. Пожар левого двигателя. Пожар левого двигателя.
I'm still up. Just had another. Oh, there we go. Now I'm not. Ejecting.
Пожар правого двигателя.
Please open chute. Oh no. Did I lose my chute? What happened there? Oh. Ouchies. Okay, well I've been well and truly killed there, and moved to spectator. And I have no lives left. Well, that's a bit of a bummer. And I don't think I can spectate, like properly spectate in this. Oh well. What did I end up getting for score 4? So, I think 2 AI Phantoms, an AI AWACS or Tanker. I think it might have been an AWACS. And then a player and an Eagle. And then I got greedy and started chasing that guy, and I think I think those were Stingers. It certainly wasn't an aircraft, because there was nobody that close to me, unless they snuck in. Oh well. Whatever was ground pounding over towards Sochi is safe for at least a while. And since I'm out of lives on that server and I have to wait another couple hours for them to refresh, I might hop out and switch servers. As you might be able to hear, there's a pretty exciting electrical storm going on just outside. Typical Australian summer late afternoon storm after a really hot day. So if I disappear suddenly, one of 2 things has happened. Either my internet's had a hiccup and I will be right back, or my power's gone out and I probably won't be right back. My UPS has a dead battery at the moment. I haven't got around to replacing it yet. See if the Cold War server's up. It's like both of them are down, which is interesting, because Georgia at War had one, and then there was the actual Cold War server, and I can't see either. I'll jump on OCG. Well, that was a decent bit of fun there on Blue Flag, at least. Got to do some fun mountain flying. And kill an F-15, which I was actually kind of surprised how easy that was. I was worried he'd be a lot more difficult to deal with. I suppose it did help that I had the mountains to hide in. And there was 2 of us. Yeah, I'd imagine it'd be pretty cold. Well, see, that's the thing. It messes up the climate everywhere, so you get more extreme cold in colder areas and more extreme heat in hot areas. Like, we're having pretty sure we're having a record-breaking heat wave at the moment. We're still in drought, which we have been for years. Storms are getting more and more frequent. I mean, the rain's nice to have, but the problem is if it just buckets down in a single storm like this, it doesn't do the farmers any good anyway. Yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah, because if it all comes down too suddenly, it just drowns all the crops anyway. And if it doesn't come down at all, everything dies. You want a nice steady rain over a couple of days, not this, you know, tremendous storm that's passed in an hour or 2. It's not good for anyone. Well, I take that back. I enjoy storms. I like watching them. But I don't like it when they knock my power out. You know, that's kind of inconvenient. Or when they make my roof leak. Speaking of which, while I connect to the server, I'll be right back. I'd better go check on that. There we go. It's not actually raining that hard, so I should be right. Just had to close a couple windows and make sure nothing was dripping from the ceiling. Yeah, we get some pretty wicked storms here in the summer because it's been that hot all day. As soon as it hits any cooler air in the evening, you just get these tremendous thunderstorms. Some of them are real flash in the pan type things that are gone within an hour or two. Some of them hang around for days. Up on the coast where I used to live, we were in a valley, and the shape of the land basically meant that any thunderstorm we would get would circle around for at least six or so hours. Some of them, I think we had one storm that lasted about 2 days solid just because it kept circling around. Which is great for storm watching and really shit if you want to do anything on the computer. Especially because back then I didn't have a UPS, let alone one that worked. Okay, I could keep flying the Su-27, and I'm kind of tempted to. But I'm also kind of tempted to take the MiG-21 up. I don't know. Or I could just jump in the deep end and take the Harrier, which I don't know how to work any of the systems, or the Mirage. Actually, no, I couldn't do the Mirage. I haven't got it bound up yet. I haven't done my control config. MiG-29 is also an option, which has really short legs, but yeah, you know what? I think I'll stick with that. I'll go MiG-29. Yeah, it's a nice place to visit. I'm biased because I never wanted to move here, and I still wish we hadn't, but I wouldn't recommend moving here unless you really, really love ridiculously hot climates and infrastructure that is more befitting a Central Asian post-Soviet republic circa 1993. But it's definitely nice to visit. It's just... there are better places to live. And certainly as someone who has lived elsewhere, I would rather have not moved here. It just doesn't suit me. Of course, it also doesn't suit me because I'm from Western Canada, well, Alberta to be exact, so what I consider to be unreasonably hot is like high 20s, low 30s, and it usually gets past that here, even in the early morning on a summer day. Whereas what I consider to be comfortable is unreasonably cold to people around here. So this is going to be our trusty steed for this flight, and probably the next couple, as long as I don't get shot down. I got to figure out why these textures are bugged, and why it displays a different one to what I'm actually selecting, but that's a job for another day, I think. I could be a shitter and just take a shitload of R-77s like it's given me, but R-77s are kind of bullshit. So we're going to take the R-27 ERs and some R-73s. I mean, having said that R-77s are kind of bullshit, R-73s are also kind of bullshit, but they're a bit less bullshit, so we'll take those. I could go with the R-60Ms. Actually, not today, but at some point I might do a MiG-29 R-60M loadout. See how we go with those, because off the MiG-21 they're actually pretty decent, even if they don't hit very hard. So, while the ground crew get that sorted, I will pop the electrics on.
440 at 1000, flanking. 101, focus. Bra, 327 for 180 at 11,000, flanking.
Just double check I'm also on the correct frequency for ATC.
101,
Looks
focus.
like it.
Bra, 144 for 12 at 26,000, flanking.
Ah. Yeah, we'll see. My kind of climate is a Pacific Northwest kind of climate. Like, I can do fine in prairie levels of cold, but it's more comfortable when it's like Vancouver levels of cold. Vancouver has a really good climate. Anyone that complains about Vancouver's climate doesn't know what they're talking about.
103, 435 at 6,000, flanking.
Never gets too hot, never gets too cold. Who cares if it rains a lot? It's better than dealing with extremes of either. And I can say that from personal experience.
101, focus, pop-up group 066, 418
hang on.
at 4,000, flanking.
What is going on here? Since
101,
when?
focus, bra 260, for 170 at 17,000, hot.
Dude! Since when does this thing have a
focus,
integrated
260
helmet hub?
for 170 at 14,000, hot.
When did that happen? How did I turn that on? I must have accidentally pressed something. I didn't even know that the MiG-29S had one of those.
101, focus, bra 259 for 170
Wow.
at 16,000, hot.
Alright, well that's a revelation to me. We're bombed up, so I'm going to go ahead and start the engines.
101, focus, pop-up group 065 for 21 at 5,000, flanking.
My family went back over to Canada last May, and on the way back we spent about 3 or 4 days
at 5,000, hot.
just near Vancouver. We were at Gibson's Landing. So we got the ferry across to there from Vancouver, and oh my god, that is such a beautiful corner of the world. Like, if I could pick any place to just settle down, I think that would be it. It's wonderful. I'm using head tracking. I would like to try VR, but until it has better resolution, I think I'm gonna just wait. Because it is quite a big investment for someone like me. I don't have a whole lot of money to spend, especially after I blew what I did have on a Warthog, if I can words. So, yeah. VR is something I'd like to try, but it's in the future. It's just track IR for now. Okay, right engine. Curious to see if anyone's on SRS at the moment. Usually the people on this server are on the wrong channel if they're on it at all, so you have to really check the runway before you pull onto it. But I think I am on the ATC frequency at the moment. Yeah, exactly. Like, I have a decent, well, I say decent video card. I never buy top-of-the-line stuff just because it's going to be obsolete that quickly anyway. It's not worth the expense, and especially with all the RMAs going on with 2080s, I'm glad I didn't splash out. So I upgraded recently from a 560 Ti to a 1050 Ti, and like that's already a huge improvement for me. Sakumi traffic, Circus 14 taxis 1012 for a western departure, Sakumi. It seems like at the moment it might be a bit of a trade-off. Like, you get things like depth perception and better spatial awareness of where you are in the cockpit and what you're looking at in relation to the aircraft. And you also have way better peripheral vision, which is probably the most important thing, is the peripheral vision. But on the other hand, you just don't have the resolution to identify a spot that's like way out in the distance. I already have trouble picking specs in this, and that's on my monitor, leaning like till my nose is almost touching it. So I can't imagine how difficult it would be with VR. I also have really shitty eyesight, so I've tried VR very briefly once, The Australian War Memorial Museum had like a special VR thing they put on to commemorate... which battle was it? I should know this. I should really know this. It's one of the big combined arms assaults that Monash led. It'll come to me later. I do know which one it was, I just can't remember it at this hour. But, yeah, they put on a VR thing now. And it was kind of weird, and it was, especially for me, because I was trying to wear the goggles over my glasses. Sakumi traffic, Circus 1-4, rolling runway 12 for a departure to the west. Sakumi, just double check F10. Yeah, we're good. I'd imagine the extra weight takes a little getting used to as well, and I just burst my tyre because I wasn't paying attention. So we're going to have an interesting landing when we get back. You want to have this thing off the ground around probably 280, 300, and I just had it sitting on the ground way too long. That's why that tyre went. Spin ahead. 297 for that F5.
Focus, bra, 298, 470 at 18,000 knots.
298. And he's heading more or less east. East-southeast. Sakumi traffic, Circus 1-4, clear all runways, Sakumi. Okay, I'm going to come out of burner. Battle of Hamel. Yep, that's it. Thanks, Justin. I will go hang my head in shame now. I'll catch up on chat in just a minute once I got the aircraft trimmed out and on more or less the right heading. Okay, put it about there. Just try and get a trim to fly hands off, although that is a constant challenge in this thing. The MiG-29 and Su-27 you really have to fly off trim.
In the area, been locked up over Gadara, F5.
Yeah, Circus 1-4, MiG-29 loaded for cap on the way over. Now we pray the aircraft doesn't decide to go nose down for no reason.
Focus, bra, 317, 435 at 15,000, flanking.
Yeah, I think if you're going to go VR, you have to really have a good HOTAS setup or get some good muscle memory of where things are. I do know they have the little pointer thing that you can use to click stuff in the clickable cockpits, which is neat, but yeah, like you'd want to have a good, firm knowledge of where all the stuff is on your setup. And I can certainly see what you mean as well about not being able to go back from VR. That's what I'm like with track IR. If I try and fly any sim without track IR now, I'm useless. And I find myself, even when I'm watching videos of people playing DCS or IL-2 or whatever, I find myself instinctively moving my head, like I can, you know, use my own head tracking to try and see what's going on around them.
Focus. Bra.
Yeah.
271 450 at
FC3 aircraft in general are a headache because of the lack of clickable pits. Like, that is... Clickable pits in this and the 27 would be so good for me. Like, I know where the switches and buttons are because they're basically in the same places they always are in Russian aircraft. I can read the labels, at least the ones I need to be able to read. Just let me click stuff, come on.
Focus 101. Request bogey dope.
Yeah, I definitely agree on that. The clickable pits are easier.
Focus. Bra 267.
And it gives you so much more sort of fine control and fine management over your aircraft systems, which is nice to have. It's really nice to have. Circus 1-4, I think I see a friendly trailing near Gudata over the water. I did have an enemy there, but I can't see him anymore.
Focus.
Has he been splashed?
328 460 at 30.
I don't know, 1 minute he's locked me up and now he's disappeared. He was
101.
in F5 now, got 221s in the area.
At
I'll leave it up to
24,000.
you big boys.
Alright, I'm heading in. I got something on radar close. I'll deal with that.
Got out of traffic, red belly final, 1-5.
Boston. Okay, got a friendly there. Not sure if that was an enemy on top of that friendly, or if it was just the IFF took a while to return. 264 and 273.
Focus. Bra 329 460 at 30,000 knots.
Okay, that's still a friendly closing on me, off my nose.
101.
I'm getting possibly body spiked from behind.
At 27,000 flanking.
That's gotta be buddy. There's no enemy behind me. Okay, 272 for 34.
Bra 339 450 at 25,000 knots.
Belly tank's empty, so I'll punch that off.
Focus. Bra 342 445 at 8,000 flanking.
You know, as much as people probably disagree with this,
Pop-up group.
I would honestly say the MiG-21 is a decent aircraft for a new flyer. Not so much in terms of its airborne handling, it is a handful. Although you could always just use it for ground strike. But it's an easy aircraft to start, it's an easy aircraft to do the basic flying maneuvers in.
At 11,000 flanking.
Circus 1-4, Fox 1.
Go get 'em, boys.
Пуск разрешен.
Fox 1 again.
101. Focus. Merged.
It's gone
Пуск
stupid.
разрешен.
Fox 2. Oh, never mind, he went into the drink. Waste of a pair of missiles. Okay.
Focus. 101.
My only R-27s. Oh well, whatever.
101. Focus. Clean.
Yeah, if you fly the MiG-21 as an interceptor, it's really easy to get the hang of. There's a few little, like, there's enough little tricks that come with experience to make you feel like you've achieved something. The manual isn't too overwhelming. It's only, like, what, 180 pages in full, as opposed to things like the Viggen, or the A-10, God forbid. It's only once you try and get into dogfights with the MiG-21 that you start to have issues where, like, even after all this time, I will still constantly have the thing depart on me because I'm not paying enough attention. It's one of those aircraft where you really want either a force feedback stick or just really good awareness of what's going on around you. Because if you're looking backwards and don't have eyes on the angle of attack warning lights, it's really easy to put it into a stall or a spin. With that said, it's also relatively easy to recover as long as you've got the height. And my preferred tactic of getting someone off my tail when I'm in the MiG-21 is just giving it a boot full of rudder and deliberately getting the aircraft to sideskip really badly.
11,000 hot.
Like, the MiG-21 is this wonderful machine where the nose of the aircraft will be pointing one direction and the velocity vector will be going another direction, totally unrelated to the nose. And then your apparent velocity vector from the cockpit of whoever's behind you will be somewhere else again. It makes it really hard to get guns kills on close in. And it really gives you an idea of why it was found during the Second World War that the aerobatic pilots with a lot of experience were usually the ones who got killed the easiest in dogfights because they were predictable, whereas the guys going woo-hey, woo-wee all over the sky like that were really hard to shoot down. And if anyone saw that, they're probably wondering just what I'm on, but you know.
Focus, merge.
Пуск разрешен. Пуск разрешен.
Gonna get a little closer so it doesn't go for flares. Circus 1-4, Fox 2 at F5. Probably a little far out still, but we'll see if it goes for him. Splash. And I'm already getting kind of low on fuel, so I need to start looking for somewhere to set. Actually, I'm still above 1500 just. But looks like the picture's clean at the moment. So yeah, I might as well step down. Let's figure out where exactly I am after that. And trim the aircraft out again. This thing is so hard to trim for level flight, it's unbelievable. Close enough, right. Okay, so I've got Sochi in front of me, but someone's taking off from there. Might go for Gudada. Actually, I got enough fuel to go back to Sukumi, so I might as well head back there. Really? How am I getting...
Focus, 101. Request bogey dope.
How the fuck am I getting...
101. Focus, clean.
Is that a buddy spike? I think it must be. Still quite a ways out, but should have enough fuel to make this. If I don't, I'll just divert to Gudada.
Осталось 1500 килограмм.
There goes the 1500 warning. When we hit 800 kilos, she will tell us to return to base, which we're already doing. That's Sochi there, off the left. Might actually just double check to see if that guy's still... Oh, he's off the runway. Got a Hornet trailing me close. Yeah, no, we'll just head back to Sukumi. It's easier when you're flying from an airfield where you actually know what the runway numbers are without checking. What I'm doing right now is just sort of general cap up and down the coast. This is a dynamic mission that spawns in aircraft every now and then and creates ground attack objectives and stuff. So pretty much I'm just a roving missile platform waiting for stuff to pop in. This is my sort of casual play server because it's nice and relaxed and I can just jump in, get straight into the air, find something to kill, and I don't have to worry about really putting much thought into it. I was on Blue Flag before and I managed to kill a couple of things on that, but I ran out of lives, so jumped on here while I wait for those to renew. For those that are new to my stream, the obnoxious noise in the background, other than the obvious thunderstorm, is my air conditioning. I did originally have a noise gate set up, but that started going Skynet on me yesterday and cutting me off mid-word, so I've got that turned off now. I figured it's better to have the background noise than only get out half a sentence. Oh, we've got a comedian here. You're not wrong, though, it is. It's a good way to wind down. Okay, so that should be Godauda, off the nose on the left. Still just over 1,000 kilos of fuel, so we should be good to get back to Sukumi, and maybe have enough for a go-around if I fuck up. Oh, you'll certainly hear it when the engine's turned off, but yeah, you might not hear it as much during cruising flight. There's Godauda down there. And that next sort of spit of land that comes out is Sukumi. Still 32 miles out. And I need to, actually, while I'm cruising over, quickly check my trim. Ah, that's why. That's why. There we go. Oh, there we go. That's better.
Осталось 800 килограмм.
800.
Рубеж возврата. Осталось 800 килограмм.
Go for a straight in on 1-2. I'll just mark myself up. Where's my distance? 15 miles is there. So as soon as I hit the end of that, should probably switch my radar off and go back to nav mode. That would also be a 200 IQ idea. Sukumi traffic, Circus 14, currently 15 miles to the northwest of the aerodrome at 5,000 feet, 4,000, something like that. I will be making a straight in on runway 12, Sukumi. quick maths is not my strong point, and so while I'm still on the way in, I really need to lose some airspeed here. While I'm on the way in, the MiG-21's altimeter has the inner scale set just in the right way that you can kind of use that as a cheat sheet for imperial measure.
100 at 40,000 flanking.
It's difficult to explain with the MiG-29 because I haven't got an example in front of me, but
085 for 100.
You see how there's
35,000
an outer scale, which is hundreds of meters, and the inner scale is kilometers? Well, the way the inner scale is lined up with the outer scale on the MiG-21, if you read the outer scale with the minute hand, or like the shorthand, where'd I get that from? Hour hand, the shorthand. It's it gives you roughly your altitude in tens of thousands of feet, and I need to pop my air brake because I'm coming in way too hot. How's that for a straight-in approach? I'm basically on a right base now because I fucked up. Too busy explaining shit. Now, because I can't use my air brake with the gear down, I've got to bleed all my speed first before I pop the gear. Secure me traffic, circus 14, 2 mile final, runway 12. Pop flaps. Yes, I know, Natasha. Pop the gear. Okay, I want to trim for nose up. Oh, not that much nose up. Still coming in hot, but should be okay. It's got to flare out. Oh no, that is the worst possible time to freeze. Oh, thank God. And, of course, I had a burst tire, didn't I? I forgot about that. It's fine. We're fine. Vibrating the crap out of my wings as I thunder along on a set of rims on one side. Didn't need to pop the chute though, because I got plenty of runway. That would have actually been a really nice landing if only it wasn't for the burst tire.
Осталось 500 килограмм.
500 kilos. Plenty. Secure me traffic.
1-0-1. Заруливайте на стоянку.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to taxi over to the parking area, and rather than try and get the ground crew to repair the tyre, which I'm not even sure if they'll do, let alone on a time scale less than the geological, I'm just going to re-slot into the MiG-29. So I'll spawn a new aircraft and jump in that. Just saves time. So you got 3 different warnings that go off when you start to get critically low on fuel. You've got the screen there showing 600 remaining. You've got the warning lamp showing 550 remaining, and then Natasha tells you you've got 500 remaining. So you don't really have an excuse for running out of fuel. But the MiG-29 is very thirsty, and being quite a bit smaller than the Su-27, it doesn't carry anywhere near as much fuel. So it is quite easy to burn yourself dry if you get carried away. Much like the MiG-21, you always have less fuel than you think you do. And the drop tank doesn't last very long. In the MiG-21's case, the 800 litre drop tank is just enough to get you off the runway and into it, like established into a climb. That's all it does. You won't be using it for your actual flight because it'll be empty by then. Okay, so just hook this thing around. Oh! How's that? Eat your heart out, initial D. I got a bit carried away there. That wasn't as much as I wanted to turn, but we'll take it. You know what? There's a couple of bombers incoming, so it's MiG-21 o'clock.
Перезарядка по плану. Прием. Командир, оружие подвешено.
Security traffic, Circus 14, taxis runway 124 and east departure. Security. Ah, this is more like it. Back to the Stone Age. We have no nose wheel steering, only differential braking with a free castering nose wheel. No fancy computers, no data link, no HUD repeater, no HUD of any sort, in fact. The radar only works for 25 minutes when switched on, or 60 in standby, after which it runs out of cooling alcohol and breaks itself, along with several other important electronic systems. It works when it wants to. We got two borderline useless radar missiles, semi-active radar homing. We've got two quite useful but very underpowered heaters. Underpowered as in it takes two of them to actually bring a fighter down, let alone anything bigger. Get some cockpit lighting going up in this. The arc is going to annoy the hell out of me once I'm off the ground, so I'll turn it all the way down. Okay, so now I've actually got an opportunity to show you what I mean about the altimeter. So you see the outer and inner scale here? If I've got the little hand on the 2, I'm at about 20,000 feet. If it's on the 4, I'm at about 40,000. Like, that scale is consistent enough all the way around that I can just use that to save myself doing the maths in my head. It's a neat little trick I've learned in this aircraft. There's a lot of neat little tricks you pick up in the MiG-21. if you put enough time into it. With that said, I know all these neat, excuse me, neat little tricks, but I don't know how to fly the thing in a dogfight without flying myself into the ground or getting shot down. Because I have a bad habit I developed over many, many years of flying Spitfires in World War II sims of just pulling every time something comes near me, which works in a Spitfire and doesn't work in something with a great big dirty delta wing. Okay, 077 and 094. We're going to go for those bombers, because those are good MiG-21 targets. Flaps are set, trim is set, engine's behaving itself. Just double check the F10 map. Looks good. Sakumi traffic, Circus 14, rolling runway 12 for an eastern departure. Sakumi. No point stopping, I've already done all my checks, I'm just gonna put her into burner from here. And we're up. A little bit sloppy there, but not too terrible. Okay, gear and flaps are up. 075 for 34 miles. At 30,000 feet, so we want to get some altitude. We will burn through the belly tank for that. Cock the gun before I forget to do it for the second or third time today. Still 075. And I'm going to flip the radar on. Still got about 5 miles before anything appears on it, but just get it warmed up and ready to go. So the MiG-21 is by far the aircraft I've spent the most time in DCS. With that said, I haven't been playing DCS for all that long. For a long time, my PC couldn't handle it. It's only for about the last probably 2 months I've been able to play. So, slowly learning, slowly getting the hang of it, maybe. Alright, we should have one of those bombers off our nose now, but we can't see below us very far with the radar, so I'm going to level off by doing one of these ones. And try not to kill the engine in the process. Which I succeeded in doing. Well done. Alright, well, I know how to fix this. Air start switch. Back to idle. Hold the air starter on. Or hold the ignition switch on, rather. Ignition lights on. Keep the airspeed up. Okay, engine's back. We can put the air starter switch back to its off position. 131. Looks like one of those bombers has gone down already. Someone's probably intercepting them. That's the problem with trying to fly the MiG-21 on a lot of servers. If there's more modern aircraft around, like Hornets or Flankers or whatever, they'll just kill everything before it comes anywhere near you. And even the radar-guided missiles on this are very short-ranged. So you have to get really up close and personal to kill things. Which does make it a fun aircraft, but it also makes it easy for other people to just slip in and snake stuff off you.
100. Request bogey dope.
100. Focus.
13524.
424 at 16,000. Flanking.
So it looks like one of those bombers is still up. He's just outside my radar range. I'm gonna see if there's anyone after him already. Probably is. Red belly, maybe. Oh. Yeah, rice farmer might be as well. Just let me kill something, please. Why did the engine shut down? Because it's a MiG-21. It's very temperamental. I probably subjected it to -G for just a second too long, and it threw a tantrum. So the MiG-21 has an 80-litre tank that's designed to keep the engine fed if you're inverted or undergoing -G. 80 litres when you're at mil power doesn't last you very long. A couple seconds. In full afterburner, you've got about a second or two before the engine will starve. It's something you got to be conscious of, but it's easy to forget when you're chasing something. So I've got a target off my nose. I'd say that's probably that bomber. Yep, that's exactly what it is. I'm going to go into burner to close with him. I'm going to get rid of this belly tank because it's now empty. I got my inner pylon selected, which are the R3Rs. I've got the missile mode set to radar. Go ahead and lock him up.
Bra 054 445 at 21,000. Flanking. 100. Focus. Bra 145 4100 at 27,000 knots.
Get rid of the R3s and switch to inner pylons and IR.
100. Focus. Bra 143 490 at 28,000. Flanking.
No, he got away with it, but he does look like he's damaged as well, so pull around onto him.
100. Focus.
Try and maintain visual.
435 at 27,000 knots.
This might be a guns job, actually. There's not much point wasting some R60s on him.
Bra 359 470 at 10,000. Flanking.
Wingspan of 50 meters.
Bra 005 460 at 19,000 knots.
Haven't really got time to uncage the gun sight and all that good stuff. I'm overhauling him quite fast. Bit of air brake, and we'll just rake him with the guns.
100. Focus. Bra 003 470 at 15,000 knots.
Down he goes.
100. Focus. Bra 008 460 at 19,000 knots.
Okay, I will flip the radar back onto standby until I have something else off my nose. 052 for 35. F5s are a real handful in the MiG-21, and there's two of them out there. I've only got my 2 heaters left plus the gun, which could be awkward. 052. I gotta watch my fuel as well. I used quite a bit there just catching up to him. This thing goes through fuel like shit through a goose. And that's not even in the emergency afterburner. That thing, like, you can actually watch the fuel gauge drop. It's ridiculous. Now, I could carry an extra 2 R60s. There are double mounts for those. But that really adds a lot of drag to the aircraft. So, in this case, I'd rather keep it clean. Did I tumble my gyro? I think I did.
Focus. Bra 016 450 at 22,000 knots.
Yeah, I'd say I tumbled my gyro.
Focus. Bra 017 450 at 20,000 knots.
I keep forgetting that's actually a thing you can do in the MiG-21.
Focus. Bra 282 100.
And so I forget to cage it before I get into a fight. And it doesn't really end well. But it looks like it's righted itself. Maybe.
100. Focus. Bra
1014, 450 at 21,000. Focus 100. Request bogey dope.
Come off power a little. 052 for 24.
100. Focus. Bra 052 420.
Radar back on. Put it in medium altitude mode for now. Probably have to go to low altitude to be honest.
100. Focus. Bra 280 for 170 at 15,000 knots.
So the R60Ms are my best bet against F5s. The F5 is more maneuverable. I have the advantage of being able to outclimb him, but doing so at full burn uses a hell of a lot of fuel. But he turns much better than I do, and he doesn't bleed energy anywhere near as fast.
020 435 at 25,000 knots.
There he is. Just come into view on the radar.
Bra 027 430 at 22,000 knots.
Above me and just off the nose. No contrail though. There we go. So once you lock someone, the radar switches from a top-down perspective into a tail chase. So if I put him in the center of the radar there, it means he's basically on my nose. So I'm going to hold him there, and I'm going to try for a head-on shot with the R60s, if they'll pick him up. Which I don't think they're going to do. Okay, he's going to pass me on this side. There he is.
Focus. Bra 277 for 160 at 12,000 knots.
Try not to stall.
025 for 17 at 19,000 knots.
And I've lost him against the mountains, but he's... Oh, there we go. See how much more agile he is? He is really not putting in much effort. I could turn sharper, but then the little evil red eyes come on, telling me I'm about to stall. Lost him again. I think he's above me. Oh, no, maneuver kill. I'll claim that as a moral victory, thank you very much. The AI is not very smart when it comes to fighting in mountains.
Focus 100.
Okay, we've got another 018. We've got a friendly up there. That's friendly.
100. Focus.
018. Friendly off the left as well.
413 at 25,000 knots.
I think I'm being buddy spiked. Yep, friendly above me there, off my nose. Friendly over that way. And then another F5 somewhere down here, apparently. Well, not down here, he's up high. I'd say these two guys are going to pincer him. Yep, there we go.
Focus. Bra 046 at 24,000 flanking. 100. Focus.
046.
Bra 127 470 at 21,000.
I might as well join the fun. See if they've splashed him yet. He's still up. Single dash is enemy on the radar screen, double dash is friendly. And there's another F5 further out. Okay, looks like the close one has been dealt with, or is at least pulled out of my radar's vision. So I'm going to head towards the long one. Getting a little concerned about my fuel state. It's not too bad yet, but I want to keep an eye on it. Lost the F5 in the ground clutter. It's down there somewhere. And we got a friendly above us up that way.
Bra 132 460 at 12,000 flanking. Focus 100.
Oh, there he is.
Request bogey dope.
Keep losing him in the clutter though.
100. Focus. Bra
It's just off my nose.
460 at 11,000 flanking.
There we go. Locked him. Gonna push her into burner just to close the distance. Probably another friendly's going to come in and swoop him though. That's what usually happens.
Focus. Bra 2 274 for 150 at 19,000 knots.
The contrails behind me are friendly, I'm pretty sure. F5, 2 miles, 316. Is that this guy? No, that's another one. Oh shit. Gonna have to be careful. I think I might have one slipping in on my tail. And it's hard to tell because this thing has crap awful visibility. This guy's really running. I'm going to go into second stage burner to try and catch him, but then I'm going to really have to find somewhere to set down. Because I'm going to have no fuel left. I had him for just a moment and I've lost him. There he is. Over the top.
35444 at 13,000 flanking. 100 focus. Bra 144.
Looks like he might come in for another head on.
18,000 flanking.
Yep.
100 focus. Bra 22441 at 16,000 cold.
Lost him. Shit. Where'd he go? He's above me somewhere? Fuck. There he is. Behind. Oh no, not again. Come on, man. Okay, air starter. Back to idle. This is not the time for this. Come on.
100.
Keep speed on.
033.
Engines igniting.
At 12,000 flanking.
And all while this is going on, I've got to try and stop him from getting into a position on my tail. That was my fault. I let the nose bounce and it fucking negative G'd the engine. There we go. Back in business. Air start switch back to off position. But I'm going to be really low on fuel here.
Focus 100. Request bogey dope.
275, 4.4.
100. Focus. Bra 260 for 11 at 19,000 cold.
Okay, I'm also going to flip my radar into its low altitude mode so I get less ground returns.
100.
Friendly off my nose.
Bra 280 for 130 at 4,005. Focus 100. Request bogey dope. 100. Focus.
24148.
24148 at 12,000 cold.
And he's running. Probably just on the other side of this mountain. And then another 260. And I am pretty much at bingo fuel. I've got just enough maybe for another quick shot at this guy, and then I've really got to find somewhere to land. Yeah, the MiG-21 was designed as an interceptor and it's built like an interceptor. The fact it can turn relatively well for something that's designed that way is kind of an accident. It's not intended to be a dogfighter. It just, you know, in the right hands it can do it. So you end up with little quirks like a very sensitive engine and a fuel system that doesn't like handling violent maneuvers.
Focus 100. Request bogey dope.
And then you get something like the MiG-29, which just doesn't care.
Bra 278 410 at 4,500 cold.
It's down in the weeds, it looks like. Just make sure there's no white streaks headed my way from behind. I think he might get slapped by air defense if he gets much closer to our airfields. If he hasn't already.
100. Request bogey dope.
Smoke there, so someone's gone in.
100. Focus. Bra 284 412 at 5,000. Cold.
Be over that way somewhere. So we should see him getting engaged by Sam's pretty soon.
Bra 286 490 at 11,000 knots. Focus 100. Request bogey dope. 100. Focus. Bra 311 411 at 4,500. Cold.
Yep, he's running. Weird I can't see him though. 11 miles, I should have no trouble picking him up. Especially being below him.
100. Focus. Bra 321 190 at 30,000. Flanking. Focus 100. Request bogey dope. 100. Focus.
Yeah, sounds like he just got shot down.
427 at 20,000 knots.
So I'm going to put the automatic recovery mode on, which will hold me level while I check where I am.
Focus. Pop-up group 337 410 at 3,500. Cold.
337 for 10.
100. Focus. Bra 322 190 at 27,000 knots.
So he is allegedly still up. 346 for 10. I am very close to Sukumi. What server? I'm on OCG. Is this guy still up?
Focus 100. Request bogey dope. 100. Focus. Bra 002 410 at 4,000. Cold.
I really don't have the fuel to be doing this, but as long as I don't let him drag me too far away from Sukumi, I should be alright. 10 miles is still outside the range of my missiles anyway. And God knows what's blocking me, hopefully not enemy.
Focus 100. Request bogey dope. 100. Focus. Bra 00948 at 8.
I'm gaining on him very slowly, but I don't know why I'm not seeing him on the radar. Ah! And I tumbled my gyro again. Of course I did. Probably heading the wrong way, that's probably why I don't see him. Where the fuck am I? No? Going more or less the right way. Oh, there we go! Off my nose, left. Had him for a second there with the heaters. There we go, I see him. We're outside range though, so I gotta try and get closer. Burn the last of my fuel doing it. And he's dived into a valley. No, I can't play with this guy. I'm gonna head for him.
100. Focus. Bra 276 450 at 9,000 knots.
Watch him turn around and shoot me now.
100. Focus. Bra 276 450 at 5,000 knots. 100. Focus. Pop-up group 35743 at 10,000. Flanking.
Sukumi traffic, Circus 14, currently 15 miles north of the aerodrome, will be coming in for a straight in on runway 12. I am very short on fuel. Circus 14, Sukumi. Well, I mean, the last F5 I got into a fight within the mountains flew himself into one, so if the AI is stupid enough to kill itself like that, it's not worth wasting my own aircraft just if he's going to kill himself anyway. Like, I saw him dive straight into a valley, so he may not have even come out. No, he's still there. He's actually closing range too. He might be trying to get me. I think he is actually. That's alright, I'll just drag him back into air defense. See if I give a shit. Might even be able to see him. Oh, hang on. Thought I just saw a faint speck above and behind me on my left side. Or my right side, I guess, because mirror. Sukumi Traffic Circus 1-4, 5 miles from the aerodrome to the north, coming straight in, runway 12, on fumes, Sukumi. Okay, I'm going to pop the air brake, bat trim, just get the airspeed below 650. I'm a bit low, I can't really see the runway very well, so I'm going to put a little power on and climb back up a touch. Bit more back trim. Bit more. Still descending. There we go. Okay. I think I see the runway, so gear out. I'm gonna put single stage of flaps out, take out flaps only. Bit of power on for this turn because I overshot the runway slightly. I want to keep it around 380 on the approach and slow down to 280 for touchdown. So more back trim, more power. This thing has blown flaps, so you don't want to cut the throttle below 80% or you'll lose a good chunk of your lift, which you don't want to do. So hold it. I'm way off center line, but that's okay, we can correct that. Ooh, very low over that power line. And then just gently fly her onto the runway. Oh, she wants to float. She still wants to float. Come on. There we go. Pull the throttle back. It's going to be a very long landing, but that's what we have a chute for. It's a periscope. It was actually standard equipment on the later MiG-21s and the MiG-23 because you basically can't see behind you otherwise, and even with that it doesn't help much. Okay, I'm going to steer the aircraft so that I'm blowing the chute off the runway, not that it matters because it just despawns anyway. And then head down to the next taxiway.
So, Circus, do you need a push or you still got fuel left?
I'm good. I got about 150 litres in the tank, I think. Thanks for the raid, Big Skill.
CEO might want to talk to you.
I think he'd already want to talk to me about the landing I did the other day where I crossed the threshold right as the engines died. Fuel is a luxury for bourgeois pigs.
Yeah, roger that.
Also, sorry for whoever I missed. I don't know if it was a follow or what, or if that was just a really delayed notification for the raid. I did hear my notification sound go off, but nothing came up. I use my phone to keep an eye on chat and stuff like that, because I only have one monitor at the moment. And the mobile app is a little bit temperamental, to say the least. But thank you either way. Hey, still got about 110 left. We'll just park up over here, refuel and rearm, and head out again. Who cares about parking properly anyway?
Заправка по плану. Перезарядка по плану.
That went pretty well.
Прием.
Let's make sure that my course indicators actually align properly. I need to get into the habit of caging that, caging the gyro before I get into a dogfight, because I keep toppling it, I think. Switch us back to the inner pylons for the radar missiles. So the R3R is kind of a useless piece of shit. You can use it to kill bombers and transports as long as they don't maneuver whatsoever and you get a decent angle on them. The R3R doesn't like maneuvering, it has a very short range, it loses lock easily, it's just generally crap all round. It's pretty much if you take a very, very early model AIM-9 and put a semi-active radar homing seeker on it. What they are useful for, though, is forcing people defensive, because they don't know that your missile's a piece of shit. So as soon as they get a lock tone and then a missile launch, they'll start doing all sorts of crazy shit. And then you can get up close to them with the R60s, which are the actual useful missiles. In this case, they're R60Ms, so they're all aspect. They're not very powerful, and they are quite short-ranged, but they're fairly maneuverable. You just need two of them to really make sure you knock somebody down. So your missile selection in this is kind of gimpy compared to what most people will be rolling in multiplayer, but you can make it work. And if you're fighting AI like you're in a PvE server like this, you can pretty much guarantee that as long as you fire the R3s at an enemy aircraft, they can be just past the edge of their range, they can be well and truly out of their maneuvering envelope, it doesn't matter, it will still force the AI defensive. So that is a handy trick.
Командир, оружие подвешено.
Okay, we are refueled and bombed up and ready to go. Security traffic, Circus 14 taxis, runway 12 from main parking area. Security. One of the nice things about not having a very good fuel load is that it doesn't take long to refuel and rearm. Trying to refuel the Su-27 takes forever. It's like at least a 5-minute process, maybe 10-ish. I don't know, it seems like it takes forever anyway. What's that? Looks like an F-15. So I think this one might be my last sortie. I'm getting kind of hungry.
Any call sign on the service is not one. Can I get a radio check?
Loud and clear. Guys, very enthusiastic. I love it. Bit of fighting spirit. Okay, so we've got a couple MiG-23s inbound, which is going to be interesting. Neither of us are very maneuverable. He accelerates like a fucking rocket, even more than I do. He has BVR, I do not. And we both have crapwards, or crappy rearwards visibility. Crapwards visibility, there you go. There's one. My last dogfight with a 23 ended up with me maneuver killing him because the AI, again, are just terrible at avoiding the ground. If you can get them into a fight at low level, they usually go into it, which is a shame. Enemy bombers, huh? I wonder where from. Okay, I will just double check. Oh yeah, there we go, 064. So, northeast. Runway looks clear. Secure traffic, Circus 14 rolls runway 124, and eastern departure. Secure. Flaps are now set to take off. I will neutral out my stick and then put a little bit of back trim into it. There we go. Everything else looks good. So, oh, I didn't neutral my gear. So hopefully I've got some brakes left. Let's do this.
Get out of traffic, no flight 233, taxi runway 15.
Okay, flaps and gear are up. We will arm the gun. And I'll be heading out about 065, 070-ish. Try and put myself on a course where I can go for either the bomber or the MiG-23s. The MiG-23s are actually really close. Oh. Yeah, I think the notifications on my mobile app are really delayed at the moment, so I'll catch up to that when it appears. Already locked. And the wonderful RWR in this thing doesn't tell you where from or what by, only that you are being locked. So we got one just off the nose. Got him locked. You can see him visual. This might get hairy. Okay. Ah, shit. I was hoping I'd just slip past that. I wonder if I have enough energy. I probably don't. But where is he? He heading north. He's probably gonna get hit by a SAM pretty soon though. The MiG-21, being basically a rocket with wings, actually handles surprisingly well when one of the wings is missing most of its surface and on fire. But without a radar, I can't cue the nose onto that guy. I was hoping for a revenge shot there, but I don't think I'm going to get one. What I probably could do, if there weren't so many trees around, is actually set this thing down properly. Well, not properly, but, you know, set it down softly. With one wing. It's fine, it'll buff right out, but I think I am going to have to eject here. If it weren't for that forest, I could have landed that. Plane's still going. I think it just crashed. Yeah, it just went in. And I get the water bug because I was spectating someone on the other side of the map. But we did survive at least. So 2 kills for 2 losses. Yeah, I should have seen that coming. You kind of don't want to get into an engagement like that with the MiG-23. And by the time I saw the missile, yeah, I probably could have evaded it, but then it would have put him in my blind spot. And I would have been in trouble anyway. So I was kind of hoping I could just juke it a little, slip past it, and then hook in on his tail, but it just didn't happen. You know what, though? I think I got time for one more. We'll do one more. My grumbling stomach can wait. What I might actually do is swap aircraft, though. So I will switch to the MiG-29 again.
Перезарядка по плану. Прием.
Raw 325 460 at 14,000 knots.
130.
101. Focus. Raw 325 470 at 11,000 knots.
120.
Good other traffic, no flight enters runway 15 for southern departure.
Командир, оружие подвешено.
Один, 3, 0. Взлет запрещаю. 1, 3, 0. Лосюга. Взлет по готовности. Отход по схеме на 300. По давлению 7,5,8,1,7.
So I suspect I may have figured out why my game was running a bit like shit. I forgot, because I had the dashboard open, it was actually streaming my own stream, just muted, so that probably didn't help. That's been fixed. So I should be rearmed and fully fueled by now. Yes, I am, so we can start the engines.
101. Focus. Raw 303 for 220 at 23,000 knots.
I do not know how I've enabled this HUD on the helmet, the HMD, because I swear to God, when I played this server earlier today, the MiG-29S did not have an HMD.
075 460 at 29,000 knots. 101. Focus. Raw 084 435 at 30,000 knots. 101. Focus. Raw 299 480 at 13,000 flanking.
Exiting to 12.
101. Focus. Raw 302 490 at 16,000 flanking.
May as well start taxiing while I wait for that engine to run up, honestly. Sakumi traffic, Circus 1-4 taxis runway 12. Sakumi. We'll go east. Deal with those bombers. See, why couldn't they be there when I was in the MiG-21?
Bra 303 for 210 at 26,000 knots. 101, focus. Bra 302 for 210 at 19,000 knots. 101, focus. Bra 078 for 60 at 30,000
there we go,
knots.
both engines running.
101, focus. Bra 094 for 28 at 30,000 flanking.
My left rudder pedal is getting really stiff for some reason. I think something
focus.
like the
Bra
coordinate.
307 for 80 at 11,000 flanking. 101, focus. Bra 027 for 110 at 6,000 flanking. 101, focus. Bra 028 for 110 at 10,000 flanking. 101, focus. Bra 308 for 80 at 12,000 knots. 101, focus.
Okay, I'll just
Bra
check the F10 now.
308 for 80 at 12,000 knots. Focus. Bra
I'll wait for Red
081
Belly.
for 50 at
Red Belly
3,000
will hold short, 1-2.
Cheers. Sakumi traffic, Circus 1-4,
1-0-1.
rolling
Взлет запрещаю.
east departure. Sakumi.
1-0-1. Уклад. Взлет по готовности. Отход по схеме на 300. Подавление 758,87.
Scooby traffic, Red Belly entering, lining up 1-2.
Okay, flaps and gear are up. 081 for 44. Sakumi traffic, Circus 1-4, clear of all runways and departing to the east. Sakumi.
Scooby traffic, Red Belly rolling 1-2.
Oh, she wants to climb. But we'll let her, since the bomber's quite high anyway. Just try and steady it out a bit. Okay, out of burner. 08332.
Traffic, Red Belly airborne and tracking to the north.
There he is. Look at that. Okay. Just put it back into burner. May as well close the distance. Try and hold roughly level. I don't want to climb too much. Well, I say roughly level, I am still climbing, but I want to hold my current rate.
282 for 240 at 40,000 flanking.
The MiG-29 really climbs when you put power on.
Focus. Bra 281 for 250 at
It's like he might be being
40,000
engaged by
flanking.
someone else, which is usually the case. Yeah, Rice Farmer's on him. Gonna come out of burner. See if Rice Farmer gets him. If he doesn't, then I'll have a crack. Yeah, I'd say he's got him. Bomber's dropping off, and I think I see smoke. Yes, I do. Right, we'll break away and go deal with those MiG-23s. 354. I feel deeply uncomfortable having a Hornet behind me when I'm in a MiG-29 because I know how fucked up their IFF is and how many of them like to shoot first and ask questions later. Even with the IFF on this being quite good, I've taken to just getting AWACS to declare anytime I'm in doubt. Which is usually if a friendly is really close to an enemy aircraft and the two of them are right on top of each other on the radar. Because it gets difficult to pick out one from the other, which is probably going to happen up ahead with these MiG-23s. Looks like there's friendlies already up there.
Focus 101. Request bogey dope. 101. Focus.
334
Bra
for 60.
334 460 at 21,000. Flanking.
So we got a friendly out there off the left. Looks like he's going to be over there with the MiG-23s. What he is. That is our KC-135, and it looks like they are headed for him. Although there's a couple of fighters pulling in behind, a pair of Su-33s that might engage them, maybe. Just hold on to the belly tank for a little longer. I think it's just about empty. Actually got the aircraft more or less trimmed for once. Holy shit. Okay. I'm saying that like 2 or 3 times a stream now, but my point is it's really hard to get this thing hands off. It wants to climb, it wants to dive, it wants to do all sorts of fun, weird and wonderful things. It's very rare that you can actually get it stable enough to just sit hands off for more than 30 seconds at a time. Okay, 325 and 332. Say that they are going for the 135 there.
101. Focus. Bra 318 450 at 23,000. Flanking.
Gonna ditch the belly tank.
101.
There we
Focus.
go.
Bra 328 445 at 16,000. Flanking.
Let's see if these guys are
101.
engaging.
Focus. Bra 087
Yeah,
470 at 23,000.
Hey, going pretty good.
101.
I was just going to fly one more mission and then get something to eat.
At 23,000.
So,
Flanking.
I think time zones have got the better of us there, but glad to see you stop by. Still don't know what that notification was earlier. It hasn't popped up yet. Thank you, based Twitch mobile app. The raid notification only popped up like, I think, 10 or 15 minutes after I heard the sound, so who knows if this one will. Okay, 314. I'm locked by an airborne radar to my left.
101.
That'll be a buddy spike.
Bra 277 for 210 at 18,000.
Buddy spike, red belly.
Wrong frequency, man. Wrong frequency. 254.
Most people stay on this one anyway. May as well try it.
Red belly copies.
Oh, there you go. He was on the right well, on the same frequency as me anyway.
The IFF's not working.
Your Mirage thinks it's a Hornet. Okay, both those MiG-23s got splashed, so I'm gonna head west. There's a couple more out this way.
101, focus, bra, 276, 4200 at 21,000 knots.
.283. So head about 275-ish. See if I can pick up either the F5s or the next incoming wave from MiG-23s. I'll have to watch my fuel though.
160 at 29,000 knots. 101, focus, bra, 141 for 160 at 23,000, flanking.
Am I conning? I think I'm below the layer. Yeah, I am. No contrails, just smoke. SRS? Yep, I've got SRS working. I think it was just a case of nobody being on the server and talking when I tried it earlier. And I figured out how to import my favorites from the old version as well, so... back to normal.
Focus, 101, request bogey dope.
093.
101, focus, bra, 093 for 80 at 24,000 knots.
Well, they are the closest. Just watch, someone else is probably already there. Oh, let's get some wing flex. Oh, yes. I love watching that. I could do that all day.
Security traffic on it, noisy, lining up 1-2 behind the F-15, security.
The wing flex and the smoke trails in the mirrors are just beautiful.
101, focus, bra, 276 for 160 at 21,000, flanking.
Okay, I'm just going to check F10, but I'm pretty sure there'll already be people heading for that. No! Oh my lord, I might be the only person over here dealing with this, and it looks like they might be heading for 135.
101, focus, bra, 282 for 100 at 26,000, flanking.
Yes, the cat and mouse game of trying to get this thing trimmed begins again, because I took a nice big laser turn.
101, focus, bra, 267 for 230 at 30,000, flanking.
Alright, there we go.
101, focus,
just
bra,
about perfect.
267 for 230 at 30,000, flanking.
Although,
101,
weirdly,
focus,
since I haven't
bra,
fired any missiles, she's trying to roll slightly left.
Flanking.
And I'm not sure why. I might have accidentally bumped the
101,
aileron trim,
focus,
maybe?
Bra, 313
Nope.
for 140 at 40,000, flanking.
Weird.
Focus, bra, 143 for 130 at 26,000 knots.
Security traffic, red belly inbound from the north.
Oh, now I've done it. I've messed my aileron trim up.
101,
God damn it.
focus, bra, 100 for 50 at 24,000 knots.
Whatever. I'll just have to compensate by holding the stick over a little. So that's our friendly KC-135, the tanker, off my nose. I'm probably going to pick up the F5s pretty shortly, pretty soon.
445 at 20,000 knots.
Yeah, small issues, man. It's always the smallest things that are the most annoying. I just don't have the sensitivity in the trim hat on my joystick to get it precise.
150 at 22,000.
Flank traffic, Billy joining downwind 12.
35 miles and they're at 23,000 feet. I should be seeing them already on my radar. I'm not sure why. Well, they're not really notching me either.
101. Focus. Bra 272.
Actually, yes, they are.
I
guess that's why.
21,000. Cold.
And they are F5, so they're only fairly small. That's probably what it is. That, or they're in the shadow of Elbrus. And I'll pick them up when they come out the other side, maybe. Fidget around a bit to get comfortable. There we go. There we go.
101. Focus. Bra
2 F5s.
25 at 23,000.
If I can just get a strong enough return to actually lock them. I can see them, but I can't lock them. There we go. Okay, so, already got rid of my belly tank. Getting kinda low on fuel, so I'm gonna need to fire at these guys and then turn for home once they're down. There they are. They're getting pretty close, so I'm gonna bring the aircraft around. I'm gonna wait until they're closer for the missiles, though. Still quite far out.
Focus. Bra 152 414 at 24,000. Flanking.
Flank traffic, Billy turning final 12. Full stop.
Getting nails from my right, but I think that's friendly. Okay, I'm gonna let go one of these. I think he's turned away. I think he's turned cold. I'm gonna slip into burner here.
At 19,000 hot.
There we go. Into burner. Lost him down in the... Oh, did I splash him? Yes, I did. Where's the other one? Off my left, I think, unless that was the guy I just shot down. A couple friendlies off my right. They may have bagged the second guy.
Focus 101. Request bogey dope.
A friendly off my nose. Close.
Focus. Bra 146 460 at 28,000 hot.
That's a friendly. 146 for 60. Oh. 60 miles I might just get away with. I'll just check what airfields we've got out this way. If I can maybe divert to Kutaisi or Sanaki.
Focus.
I can do it.
291 for 110 at 18,000 hot.
Okay.
101. Request bogey dope for 160 at 29,101. Focus. Bra 154 450 at 26,000. Flanking. Focus. Bra 292 for 110 at 14,000 hot. Focus.
Wait, there's still an F5 up? What?
450 at 24,000 hot. 101. Focus. Bra 312 for 160.
I'll just see if I can pick him up.
Hot.
Yeah, I should probably turn around anyway.
101. Focus. Bra 293 for 110 at 16,000 hot.
So I got a friendly off the left there. 1500 fuel. I think that's a friendly up there.
101.
Yep.
Focus. Bra 273 for 230 at 9,000.
And he's right on top of the enemy. And he just splashed him. Do I have the fuel? Can I make it to Kataisi? Probably not. It's not worth the risk, especially not over mountains. Oh. There we go.
Уклад 101. Прибой.
101. Уклад Пелинг. Ваш прибой 251.
251. Come off the power a bit just to save some fuel.
101. Focus. Bra 289 for 100 at 15,000. Flanking. 101. Focus. Bra 311 for 140 at 14,000 knots. Focus. Bra 290 for 90 at 17,000 knots.
Focus 101. Request bogey dope.
101. Focus. Bra 172 for 40 at 21,000. Flanking.
I don't want those MiG-23s to roll up behind me while I'm trying to head for home.
101. Focus. Pop-up group 273 for 80 at 8,000 knots. 101. Focus. Bra 273 for 210 at 8,000 knots. Focus. Bra 274 for 70 at 10,000. Flanking.
Getting very low on fuel. I am starting to worry. Okay, so I'm gonna go 228 for 43 miles. This is getting to be a bit of a habit of mine, I think. I should probably do something about that.
Focus. Bra 317 for 110 at 23,000 knots. 101.
MiG-23s are on me.
Bra 292 for 60 at 24,000. Flanking.
Please go. I should really be up higher for fuel economy, but that will get me killed.
60 at 14,000 knots.
Okay.
101. Focus. Bra 271 for 180 at 18,000. Flanking. Focus. Bra 298 450 at 26,000 knots.
They're really closing on me. This is the problem, the MiG-23 accelerates like crazy, and so they're chasing me down. And I'm still not within my own airfield's air defense envelope. So I'm just going to have to hope I can string them along and stay out of their range, or at least avoid getting locked until I get back to Sukumi. Because I really, really cannot afford to start trying to evade missiles with this little fuel. So that should be Sukumi off that way. You might just be able to see the lake.
Bra 330 for 100 at 24,000 knots.
Actually, that might be
101.
Vidala.
Focus. Bra.
No, it is Sukumi, but it's the town,
for
so
170
we
at
go
16,000.
19 miles, 223. Oh, she's going to be close.
Focus. Bra.
Mind you, we haven't got the 800 call yet, so
220 at
we're about to.
29,000 flanking. 101. Focus. Bra. 296 for 220 at 29,000
Sukumi traffic,
flanking.
Circus 14, currently 50 miles northeast of the aerodrome, will be coming in for a landing on
101. Focus. Bra. 332 for 90 at 22,000 knots.
Probably join on left base.
Осталось рубеж возврата. Осталось 800 килограмм.
There we go. There's the 800 call. Gotta pull the power off. Pop the air brake. Just bleed some of this speed off. Not too much. What the fuck is that? Something's locking me. I don't think it's that guy Buddy spiking me because his nose isn't pointed anywhere near me. Don't tell me he's coming in for a landing. Circus 14 on left base for runway 12 Sukumi. It's not really much of a left base, but whatever. Okay, I will pop the brakes out just to lose a little more airspeed. Start turning in. Got to get rid of this speed now because as soon as those wheels come down, the brakes go in.
Bra 300 for 210 at 23,000 knots.
Okay, brake in. Wheels out. Flaps out. Pop a couple flares just so people can see me if they're not on SRS.
Focus. Bra 340 for 90 at 7,000 knots.
Sukumi traffic, Circus 14, short final, runway 12, Sukumi. Ah, good time to call it a night because it looks like the mission's about to reset in 5 minutes. Should give me just enough time to put this thing on the ground and taxi back to the parking area. Oh, bad time for the game to freeze. There we go. Over the power line, over the fence, come off the power, give us some more nose up. Oh, Jesus. Not that much. Okay, I'm going to blame DCS for making that a bouncy one. There we go. Oh, that was a lot more stressful than it should have been. We've actually got a fair amount of fuel left. I probably could have taken maybe a quick crack at one of those MiG-23s, but it's better not to risk it. And I'll pop my chute here just in case I don't have enough runway left. It also gives me the time to turn off into the parking area. Yeah, DCS knows exactly the perfect moment to freeze to make you shit your pants. It does it all the time. Or the best time to make there be a lag spike so your missile misses someone completely. That should have been an easy kill. Sukumi traffic, Circus 14, clear all Sukumi. What the fuck is locking me? Jesus. Shut up, SPO. Be quiet. There we go.
101. Focus. Bra 313 410 at 4,500, flanking.
Whoop. Getting a little carried away there.
101, focus, bra, 340, 480, at 13,000 knots.
So I didn't even get to use any of my R73s. What the merged? What? Why is he calling merged? How is there an enemy merged with
Kemi traffic, pair of Hornets inbound, runway 30.
I just got a merge call on the taxiway, so keep your eyes peeled.
320 for 110 at 20,000 knots. 101, focus.
Pair of Hornets, initial pitch, runway 30.
480 at 13,000 knots.
Oh, there we go. It was an F5.
101, focus. Bra, 11042,
I guess.
at 3,500, flanking.
Still calling the flaming wreckage coming down to Earth, which will probably narrowly miss the runway. Oh, this is going to be cool. Let's pop the canopy to hear this.
Focus, bra, 323 for 110 at 21,000, flanking.
Oh, that was a lot faster than I intended to go. Ooh, jeez. That's what you get for looking at the pretty aeroplanes instead of paying attention to what you're doing. And we'll just blast that guy with the jet wash. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Focus, bra, 335,
Too easy.
450 at 21,000 knots.
So, he might be a little warm there after I just got him with the well, not the afterburners, but got him with the jet pipes, so,
Cabs on final, runway 30, Sakumi.
Oh, let's see if we can watch this guy's landing. Sorry about the noise. Cool. Alright, well, I think that was relatively successful. Still 2 for 2, but you know, I did it better earlier on in the day, so I think I spent all my skill points then. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'm gonna hightail it out of the server, and I will see if I can find someone to pass you all on to. See who is streaming right now. This will be the first time I've actually remembered to pass my viewers on to someone. Oh, I'm going to send you to Big Rudy
I like it.
and return the favor. I think he hosted me yesterday. I thought I turned Twitch autoplay off on the main page. Apparently not. To tweak my BTTV settings. And here we go. I will send you guys to Big Rudy in just a moment. Excuse me while I incompetently fuss about with the commands. There we go. There we go. I pressed the button. Thanks for watching, guys, and hope you enjoy Rudy's stream. He is also a DCS player.